You know, there's got some love in there as well.
Oh, and this is going to be at the Dance Sphere studio?
No, it's not actually. It's going to be at Uma Showgrounds in Nice Exhibition Hall on Saturday, February 15th from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m.
So Uma Nice Hall, okay.
Yes.
So, and if I wanted to come, how much do I have to pay to enjoy all this love dancing?
Well, single tickets are 50,000 shillings. And couples tickets are 90,000 shillings. Very affordable for Valentine's. Because what you're going to see is we're going to have performances from 7 to 10. Doors open at 6, so it's cocktail hour. Then after 10, the floor is open, so you get to dance with your date, with your, maybe you meet somebody if you're single. Oh, so nice. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
There were no words, no way to speak, I would still hear you. If there were no tears, no way to feel inside, I'd still feel for.
Valentine is the most romantic night of the year, and you're going out for dinner with the special person in your life.
Even if romance ran out of still have my heart.
But what on earth should you wear? Traditionally, red is that one color that represents love all over the world. However, ladies, don't let one color restrict your dress code this Valentine's Day. Go for an edgy outfit that makes you feel special. Take a little black dress with sophisticated accessories.
Open my eyes and show me how to love unselfishly.
Go for a white outfit or peach.
1,000 times before, in my dreams I could.
For a night of romance, you'll want pretty colors and delicate fabrics. Happy Valentine's from the Logan crew.
Well, lovers and friends, thank you guys for watching the show. That's all we had for you this week. But before I go, I promise to give you some tips on Valentine's Day, where to be, guys. Make sure you do that black and red. Yes, those are the colors for Valentine's Day. If you don't have any plans, there's an event at McKinnon Suites, and it's called the Honey Lamb. It will have Jamal, Jackie Chandiru, and many artists. And of course, the best dressed couple will win a night at McKinnon Suites.
Club is brewed longer for easier drinking, brewed slower for great taste.
Club, tastefully different.
NTV, turning on your world.
Program guide.
Energy Moment is brought to you by
Rock Boom Energy Drink. Feel the positive energy.
I tell you one more time. There he comes, Will. There he comes, Will. There he comes, Will. There he comes.
Fuka Jirimani. wekwate Rock Boom Energy Drink. Odizibwemu amaanyi amapya. Mbagira wo Rock Boom Energy Drink. Feel the positive energy.
Tonight on NTV.
Don't mess with me, though. That kid is all I have left of Fernando. I won't lose him.
There's nothing you can do.
Emily, why are you asking me about my dad? Why does it bother you to talk about him?
I feel that I know what I mean to your page. I will just for in future. It I got him be really. Why you kept see? Boy. Say, I never forget it. How about the dog? Marty is a scabber. We went back to go. I'm saying, but I never did never say about one day.
Tonight on NTV.
Street Live in association with
Reham Fun Time. Fun all the time.
My name, I'm called Joe Ivan. When they am business again, no? So when I send the Zimbezao, so I'm going to be in Jawo to say one, which much of visit. They're going to buy so Kisabewala, so be to Sakum, my young business again. They've been not in a man, they were cool with a customer. So not Gafuna Kuna Rokta, kind of Kumka, and now is back in Colocolo. Never got a Mokolo, is Wafuna customer. Look at the Nakuzino, Wabu wounds, one to Bagulaya. Mokolo Mitono, and Vajacola Mikolo, get done.
We have fun time, strictly all the way.
Reham Fun Time. Fun all the time.
And the change of government won't stop a thing. I've run out of fingers counting the number of multinationals setting up here. What about the 3 companies that announced their plans to launch last week? I say they're shopping. Me, I'd be looking to sell. At what price? More. Much, much more.
I don't know who you are or how you know these things, but one thing I'm sure of, you're in the wrong job. Here, call me tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd like to hear more from you.
Are you ready for your big break? The East African, understanding the region.
NTV, turning on your world.
Hello and good afternoon. This is NTV. We bring you NTV at 1 now, and we start with headlines right away. KCCA destroys over 1,000 illegal billboards they say are littering the city. And counting their losses, 22 villages in Iganga district are threatened by famine after the caterpillar pest ravages their potato plantations. And from the Central African Republic, peacekeepers have uncovered a mass grave at a military camp occupied by Seleka rebels in Bangui, the capital of the Central African Republic. This is NTV. The NRM caucus meeting at Changwanzi has anonymously endorsed the Anti-Corruption Bill 2013 that proposes to confiscate the property of those involved in corruption. The caucus says they'll support the Member of Parliament by Machindia East MP John Simbwa, who tabled the private members bill before Parliament, or who will table the private members bill before Parliament. The debate was chaired by David Bahati, the Member of Parliament for Ndora East. If passed into law, the confiscated property shall be managed by the public trustee appointed by the Minister as provided by the Public Trustee Act.
Your Excellency, the Presidential Caucus.
Moving on, the Kampala Capital City Authority, working with the police force, have embarked on an operation to rid the city of all illegal billboards. Heavily guarded enforcement officers worked overnight around Yusuful Road, Fairway Hotel and other areas. The result was that by this morning, over 1,000 billboards had been brought down.
The city authority says it has long issued warnings to the relevant parties, but these warnings have been ignored.
All the billboards that we are putting down, all the advertising tools that we are putting down are illegal.
The enforcement officers have advised the aggrieved parties to seek further explanation if they feel that KCCA is acting out of order.
In case you have any issues, you feel your matter has not been well handled, there is a desk under Public and Corporate Affairs where I work. We'll be happy to guide you.
The city authority has also given warnings and come up with fines for those with plans to put up the illegal billboards again.
We want our people in Kampala to continue with their businesses. We want them to make money, but we also want them to do and conduct their business legally, not to engage themselves in illegal activities.
KCCA has, however, promised to give information of the designated places for all outdoor commercial advertising. These operations are expected to continue throughout the city.
Today, the 13th of February 2014, the world marks International Condom Day. The objective of giving special attention to the day is to increase public awareness on safer sex behaviors and subsequent benefits, promote condom use and educate masses on proper usage before, during and after sex. Uganda Cares has today embarked on activities promoting safe sex. These include offering free counseling and testing services, plus giving away free condoms. They hope to have distributed over 144,000 condoms by the end of today. So now in the studio this afternoon with me on this very subject is Henry Magala, the Country Program Director of Uganda Cares. You're most welcome, Henry.
Thank you.
Welcome once again to NTV. So this day falls the day before the 14th of Feb, which is Valentine's Day. Right. Is it coincidental?
Well, I mean, say no, it's not coincidental because the 13th of February is commemorated as the International Condom Day. And so it happens that, you know, the following day, the 14th of Feb, is the Valentine's Day.
Mm.
Yes.
So you must have thought about that as well.
Well, it's about, you know, as loved ones get together on the Valentine's Day, I think one of the things that come out is sharing, intimate sharing. So it's important that before, you know, they share intimately, they need to know the risks involved, and then they also need to know how to play, you know, safer sex, and the condom comes in handy to help them achieve that.
Okay, then so Uganda Cares, as we have seen we've seen in the public, is freely distributing condoms today. What is the reaction of the public? Are they really accepting this, or is it still considered as a bit of shame, you know, for someone to pick up the condoms?
Well, there are various schools of thought. There are those that say that, you know, when you promote it, you are encouraging, you know, reckless, you know, living. But from the public health angle, it's about safer sex. How do you, you know, have intimate relationship without, you know, infecting your friend? So it's about protection.
Mm. So how do you rate Ugandan, I mean, condom use here in Uganda? Do you perhaps have any statistics that determine if there's been an increase, for example, in the uptake?
On the contrary, there has been a reduction. I think statistics 2011 indicate that 47 men were, in 2006 were, using condom. But right now, it's about 29% of men, and then also on the side of women, 52 were using condoms by 2006. But by 2011, about 38 were, using condom, which means that there is a reduction in uptake in use of condoms, which is worrying.
But do you think they have been effective in promoting safe sex, or probably have they given people the freedom, or what some people think is recklessness?
Well, not much option, but I think there are those that have really come out to say, yes, if you have to prevent yourself from getting infected, you need to use a condom. So there are various players, and there are controversies. There are those who are saying it's immoral, don't promote it, you're going to increase the rate of immorality. But as Uganda Cares, HF, we are saying in order to have safe sex, if you want to protect your loved one, then you need to use a condom, because that's how you can protect one from getting HIV and other STIs.
Henry Magara, and this is a personal one. I've heard from experts that people who use condoms, feel that their experiences as pleasurable as those who do not use the condoms. Well,
as you say, it's personal. It depends on an individual, but I think I attest to that. I think it's pleasurable. Once the moment you learn how to use it, it turns out to be good.
Henry Magala, and from Uganda Cares, so thank you very much for coming. But today is the 13th of February 2014. The world marks International Condom Day, and the objective, as we said, is giving special attention to the day, is to increase public awareness on safer sex behaviors and subsequent benefits, promote condom use, and educate the masses on proper usage before, during, and after sex. Uganda Cares has today embarked on activities promoting safer sex. These include offering free counseling, testing services, plus giving away free condoms. They hope to have distributed over 144,000 condoms by the end of today.
Aiza?
Kusinga okuwona.
Farmers in Buchai village in Nakalama sub-county in Iganga district are suffering massive losses after caterpillar pests destroyed acres of their crop. There's fear of Freeman now if no help comes forth.
Kauda Edinance cleared a garden in October last year, preparing it to grow sweet potatoes. She was optimistic that in 4 months she would have a worthwhile harvest. That harvest never came. Caterpillars instead invaded her garden and destroyed it.
January bwatandika okolashi okugema kuti oniwe nsimamu muzira wereka enkolashi kentoolamu mizibyerere bwamala kunachi n'amakaba.
Caterpillars are known of being ravenous feeders, cutting gaping chunks and oils out of the leaves, chopping into or tunneling through the same fruits. Some species have been known to defoliate entire trees, even the old forests. In this case, the pests destroy the leaves and make the plant incapable of bearing potatoes. The farmers are worried if there is no help for them, they may face a famine, as 22 villages in this sub-county are under attack.
Nali mayika namba eyemboli aye niyenja kuntinsime mpwererera abana tifunaku najja kuniye chaimani tu atusobole okutuyamba ajje ku government etuyambe tuli bubi.
The potato is the earliest stamp of food. They rely heavily on it. The pests could not have started this destruction at a worse time. Banana growing farmers in the district are currently fighting to do away with a banana wilt disease which broke out early last year.
Villagers definitely need help, and once again highlighting the popular hashtag government etuyambe, and definitely want them help. We're now going to take a short break. NTV at 1 comes back with more news.
Now On is brought to you by Dairy Fresh Flavored Milk. Enjoy the tasty and nutritious goodness of Dairy Fresh Flavored Milk. Delicious to the last drop. Brookside, goodness for all.
Good to go anytime. We're feeling so good. Good to go anytime. Woo-hoo. I just feel so good. Good to go anytime. Yeah. Good to go anytime.
Re-energize with Brookside Cup Yogurt, the healthy snack made with real fruit.
Good to go anytime.
On the next episode of Deception.
That attitude. You should leave your personal issues at home.
Oh, I didn't see yours left at the doorstep.
Shut your mouth, you fool. Remember who the boss is here.
How can I forget? She's running after a married man and she's making me do all her dirty work.
This woman is trouble. She's going to ruin my everything. I can't even trust myself around her.
What have you done for me?
Mama, stop it, please.
Don't you ever call?
Where is he?
Evelyn, no one is interested in seeing you at this office.
I guess he kept it somewhere else.
Then why did you call me here saying you had found it?
Because I thought I had, but I...
Where is that ledger?
Deception.
This is NTV. The Chief Magistrate in Nyakairo Sub-County in Bara District has given an eviction order to 100 families to vacate 50 hectares of land they are occupying. The magistrate says they were trespassing on property belonging to a businesswoman.
The 50 hectares of land in Nyakairo Sub-County that is now the center of acrimony belongs to Mary Kebita, a businesswoman in Bara District. The confusion came about after Kebita's brother Joseph Karabareme, now deceased, who was then the caretaker, fragmented the land into small plots and sold them to the locals.
We acquired this land legally. Now where should we go?
None of us should leave before being compensated. We bought this land and I am not leaving until I am compensated.
From nowhere has come to grab our land. We have been here for years. We are residents of this place. So if this person chases us from here, where can we go? What she's trying to do, it's illegal.
The locals are agitated. This land has been their home for over 10 years now, and they want the government to save them from being evicted.
Where have they been all this time?
We know you bought land from one of the members of this family, but we heard that you are being chased away. We shall help you as government. We can't allow people to intimidate you. There is law, we have to follow it. So please be calm. No one is going to chase you from your land.
Fine came a day after the...
Farm workers at Nabato and Jinja have laid down their tools in protest of an allocation or the allocation of part of their land to an investor. The 350 workers hope that their resolve will cause the municipal council to rethink their decision.
These workers have decided not to slaughter any more animals until the issue of their land is settled. They say the Jinja Municipality Council has been collecting taxes but has failed to renovate the buildings in the abattoir.
Council yetusolozamu emisolo naye ate tesobodde kulabika nti ezza sente zetugiwa tezza ebizimbe nga bino bali byagala mu langi.
They also accuse some of their leaders of working for those against them. Still, there are those among them who think that the leasing out part of the land to an investor is good for development and will benefit them all in the long run.
Company ya soda wano yatubako gende na manvi lwabasoga kulwana ntalo na mbere gitambulyamu kirikimu kukirizaganya nti olufula lusigaddewo era akavuddeko kayambye muntu wa Jinja.
The DPC Jinja Police Station Apollo Kateba says the matter will be investigated.
We agreed that we should follow the law and we shouldn't take law into our hands.
But as the workers debate their stand on the land, some of the animals have started to die of causes unknown.
The African Union peacekeepers have uncovered a mass grave at a military camp occupied by Seleka rebels in Bangui, the capital of the Central African Republic. And from Syria, activists have reported a surge in fighting across the country amid attempts to broker a peace deal in Geneva.
Find came a day after the United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said on Tuesday that there was a distinct risk that the Central African Republic could end up divided as a result of sectarian violence and called for an international force to combat escalating atrocities. The discovery is the latest chapter of violence to grip the former French colony since March when the mainly Muslim rebels seized power. Their campaign of rape, torture and executions against the majority Christian population triggered interreligious violence which has displaced 1 million people. International pressure that saw Seleka leader Michael Jatodia resign last month in turn has been followed by Christian militia attacks on Muslims. A Reuters witness saw at least a dozen decomposed bodies at a military camp in the 200 villas neighborhood of Bangui, where Seleka fighters have been stationed for several months. The bodies have been stuffed into a large underground chamber, possibly a septic tank. Pastor Antoine Mboa Bongo, head of the local Red Cross, confirmed the existence of the grave and said his staff would return to the camp today to determine the number of the dead. It's not known who committed the killings. In other news, Syrian warplanes have pounded the rebel-held town near the Lebanese border as peace talks between the government and the opposition continued in Geneva. The talks have been accompanied by a sharp rise in violence on the ground in Syria. The Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said on Wednesday that at least 4,959 people have died in Syria in the 3-week period since January 22nd, when the first round of talks began in Switzerland. The group, which documents the fighting on the ground through a wide network of activists, say the period has seen the highest death toll since the uprising against President Bashar al-Assad started in March 2011. The observatory reported at least 10 airstrikes in Yabrod, the last rebel stronghold in Syria's mountainous Qalamon region, yesterday. Backed by Lebanese Hezbollah fighters, the Syrian army has been on a crushing offensive there since early December. Officials in Al-Sa, on the Lebanese side of the border, said more than 300 Syrians had crossed the border to escape violence.
Let's have a look at what's happening in the world of sports. Arsenal missed the chance to return to the top of the Premier League as they played out a grim goalless stalemate with Manchester United at Emirates Stadium. And Lazio have threatened legal action against anybody else who claims that their youth team player, Joseph Minara, is older than 17 years.
Arsenal missed the chance to go top of the Premier League as Liverpool moved to within 4 points of the summit yesterday ahead of the FA Cup clash with the Gunners. Arsene Wenger's men were held to a goalless draw at home to champions Manchester United. Arsenal were left a point behind leaders Chelsea on a night when title rivals Manchester City saw their match at home to Sunderland postponed because of severe weather battering the northwest of England that also saw Everton's game against Crystal Palace called off. And the draw did little for United's fading hopes of claiming a Champions League place, with David Moyes' side now 11 points adrift off the top 4. Liverpool found themselves behind in just 8 minutes at Craven Cottage when Kolo Toure sliced Kieran Richardson's cross over the head of Reds goalkeeper Simon Mignolet and into the net.
Richardson. Oh, Toure! Kolo Toure has sliced in a crazy own goal. He wonders how it happened. It's another mistake in an away game from Liverpool's number 4.
But 4 minutes before the break, Daniel Sturridge drew Liverpool level as he scored for the 8th successive match. Fulham went 2-1 up when Martin Skrtel made a mess of cleaning a cross into the box, and Richardson scored from just a few yards out in the 63rd minute. However, Liverpool hit back in the 72nd minute when Felipe Coutinho curled a shot past Stekelenburg with the aid of a deflection. And just when Fulham were about to collect a precious point, the 5th minute of injury time saw Sasha Ritha bring down Sturridge in the box and Gerrard score from the ensuing penalty. And finally, Minala, who was called up to the Lazio first team for the first time by coach Eduardo Rea for last Sunday's derby with Roma, has been subjected to reports he is older than he declares himself to be. The Cameroonian was born on August 24, 1996, but it has been suggested he looks older in photographs that have surfaced on the internet, including what is thought to be his own Twitter account.
It's probably not just photogenic, Manara. That's NTV at 1. We bring it to a close right now, and coming up next is Omumuri. We'll bring you the latest in the world of sports.
NTV, turning on your world.
Born on the 1st of June in 1937, Morgan Freeman is one of the contemporary screen's most accomplished supporting players and lead characters. He is a driven man with an amazing talent as an actor, which fans across the globe and the media alike have come to admire.
Let's not dwell on my youthful offenses, Mrs. Cubic. What do you want?
His career surely is one that can be dwelled upon.